Christmas message coming to us. And I want you to put your hands together for Reverend Bernard McDonald of the Grace Baptist Church. Put your hands together for Reverend McDonald as he comes with the Christmas message.
God is good, and all the time I am filled with gusto tonight as we join with the municipal corporation to celebrate once again this tree lighting ceremony. And what a joy it is further to have God's people gather. We really can have a church, but my task is to be brief as I share with you the Christmas message for this year to be realized among God's people. And I choose to reference the message that I believe God desires for us to share, to reference this in the Word. Just one verse from Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 2. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in the land of the shadow of death, upon them a light has shined. We were in darkness momentarily. And I want us to understand as we observe this verse and seek further to interpret that the message to one of us tonight leading into the festive season and beyond is that God in Jesus Christ seeks for us to embody the lived life of Jesus, the true light. We do not mention the word Jesus flippantly, but by faith, understanding that God in Jesus Christ expects us to be and become the presence with a purpose to ensure that as the representatives of this great light, that as we prepare to light the tree, that this is significant as well as it demonstrates a valuable symbol that must be lived out through and among God's people. We live and move and have our beings in a context, in a world that seems to be overrun by darkness. In a symbolical sense, it seems that we as God's people, we are debilitated by darkness on the downside, but on the upside, as we think about and reflect again on the word of the Lord, that life is light, and as people who are made in the image of God, we are called to become the transforming light this year so that God's glory might be seen in the spaces that God's people occupy. Light is one of the enduring symbols of God. And this year, as the people of Clarendon, as the people of Jamaica by extension, seek to live out this understanding, we must become more aware of this light image that must reflect from us and through us and among us as we live out the image of God in community. My message and challenge to you that is located in this word, that we must become the people of light whose presence and purpose help others to understand intentionally that we all will be the visible presence in context, in community, in every nook and cranny, so that all the darkness of all sorts will be eradicated once and for all. The truth is that we all can do it in light of the fact that we are made in the image of God to reflect God's glory. Therefore, the challenge to us as we reflect on the fact that as Jesus Christ came in our midst, in our presence, to become that true light, and further to this, as we are valuable representatives of God in Jesus Christ, that great light, the symbolic presence of the tree that will be lit later, and our presence in community must be so lived that we represent the great light everywhere we go. And I want to top this message off by challenging and encouraging all of us as we reflect again on this important word of Jesus being the light that come and make his Emmanuel presence among us, that we must not live up this light with a sense of purpose, beginning tonight, continuing tomorrow, moving on to the rest of this year into 2023, that we must make our purpose be realized in how we, in practical ways, become the justice of God, the visible activists and advocates of God, as people who understand what it means to be the light reflectors of this great light, Jesus Christ. We all, as God's people, can do it. We all, as people made in the image of God, have a responsibility to ensure that the glory of God is reflected as a great light in every nook and cranny of this great parish, this great nation. And let us all do this for God's glory. God is relying on us. This is a Christmas message for all of us as we seek to embody Jesus Christ, the great light. Let us become the presence of God in context that represent Christ and represent Christ, the great light, so that somebody made in the image of God may experience the glory of God. May God help us so to do for his name's sake. God bless you all and have a